The 2026 World Cup group stage is unlike anything we've ever seen. And if you don't understand how it works before the games start, you're going to be very confused, very fast. Here's the situation. There are 48 teams, 12 groups, a third-place system that makes absolutely no sense until someone explains it properly, and a waiting game at the end of the group stage that is genuinely one of the most stressful things in modern football. In the next 6 minutes, I'm going to explain exactly how this group stage works, why it's different from every previous World Cup, and what makes it the weirdest and honestly most exciting format football has ever seen. Let's go. What even changed? For almost 30 years, the World Cup group stage looked like this. 32 teams. 8 groups of 4. Top 2 from each group go through. Simple. Clean. Everyone understood it. In 2026, none of that applies anymore. 48 teams. 12 groups. Only 3 teams per group instead of 4. And the qualification rules. Completely different. This isn't just a bigger version of the old format. It's an entirely new structure built from scratch. And here's the thing that most people miss: going from 4 teams per group to 3 teams per group changes everything about how football at this stage actually works. Groups of 3. Why this is weird. In a group of 4, every team plays 3 games. Win 2, draw 1, you're probably through. Lose 2, you're probably out. The format gives you room to recover from a bad day. In a group of 3, every team plays only 2 games. 2 games. That's it. One bad performance and your entire tournament could be over before it even feels like it started. This sounds simple. It isn't. Because 2 games means the stakes are immediate from minute 1. There is no warm-up game, no easy opener against a weaker opponent to find your rhythm. Every single match in the group stage is a must-perform situation. You know the type of team that traditionally cruises through the group stage, wins 1 game comfortably, then really turns it on in the knockouts. That team doesn't exist in this format. There isn't enough time. The third-place system. Here's where it gets interesting. The top 2 from each group advance automatically. That's 24 teams. But the round of 32 needs 32 teams. So there are 8 spots left. Those 8 spots go to the best third-place finishers from all 12 groups. Every group produces 1 third-place team. That's 12 third-place teams competing for 8 spots. The worst 4 go home. The best 8 go through in theory. This gives every team a safety net. Even if you finish 3rd, you might still make it. In practice, this creates one of the most genuinely tense situations in football history. Because a team can finish their group stage games and have absolutely no idea if they're going through or not. They have to wait. Watch other groups finish. Check goal difference against teams they've never even played. 4 points might be enough. 4 points might not be enough. You genuinely won't know until every other group is done. That's not a flaw in the system. That's the best part of it. The tiebreaker nightmare. Here's where it genuinely gets complicated. When 12 third-place teams need to be ranked against each other, FIFA has a specific tiebreaker order. Points first, then goal difference, then goals scored, then disciplinary record, then FIFA ranking. In theory, this is logical. In practice, this means a team that drew both their games might go through over a team that won 1 and lost 1 purely because of goal difference in games played weeks apart in completely different groups. 1 goal scored in game 1 against a team you barely remember could be the difference between going home and playing on. Every goal matters. Every defensive lapse costs. The group stage becomes a mathematics problem as much as a football tournament. Only 2 games. The tactical problem. Here's something nobody talks about enough. In a group of 3, the 3rd game of the group stage, which used to be the most dramatic and important game, doesn't exist. In the old format, that final group game was everything. Both teams knew exactly what they needed. The stakes were crystal clear. It produced some of the most memorable football moments in World Cup history. In 2026, teams play Game 1 and Game 2. And that's it. The drama of that final group match is gone. Replaced by the waiting game. Some people think that's a loss. Honestly, I think the waiting game that replaces it might be even better television. What this means for the tournament. The 2026 group stage rewards teams that come out firing immediately. No slow starts. No building momentum across 3 games. You have 2 shots to prove you belong. Big teams with strong squads thrive in this environment. They can win Game 1 comfortably and use Game 2 strategically. But smaller nations with less squad depth face a brutal reality. One injury to a key player before Game 2, and your entire World Cup could be over. The format also means more groups finish earlier, more simultaneous results, more situations where multiple teams are watching scoreboards from other groups trying to calculate their goal difference. It's chaotic, complicated, and completely brilliant. So, is this format actually good? Here's my honest take. The group of 3 format is imperfect. 2 games is probably not enough to truly separate the best teams from the worst. Some teams will get lucky. Some will get unlucky. A single refereeing decision in Game 1 could send a team home that would have comfortably qualified in any other format. But the drama it creates is unlike anything we've seen. The tension, the mathematics, the weighting, the simultaneous results across 12 groups. The 2026 group stage is weird. It's complicated, it's occasionally unfair, and it might be the most entertaining group stage football has ever produced. One sentence to remember. The 2026 group stage gives you 2 games to prove you belong, and then makes you wait to find out if it was enough. The real question is this. Which team is going to make a classic World Cup run despite losing their very first group game? Because in this format, that team absolutely exists. We'll be here when it happens. If this helped you understand what you're watching, subscribe. We're breaking down every part of this World Cup as it happens.